MotoGP returns. We are all set to get going for what's going to be a very interesting practice hour. Just 1 hour and heading out there on the circuit before darkness, and we are underway. Welcome to the action as MotoGP returns to Brazil. Green light, and away we go. I can hear myself on an echo for some reason, so we'll get that sorted, but we're underway.
I can hear that too.
Yeah, we're underway. Green light, just 1 hour of the practice time coming up. So hopefully that's going to be quite something entertaining. Joshua Birch and Megan Birch alongside in the commentary box.
That's moved.
Yeah, camera's moved over side. But Megan, you were watching this morning's session. It hasn't rained over the lunch break. There's still a few weepers on the circuit. Dry tyres are going out.
That should make it easier. Oh, and I say
Martina,
that's a
really?
lie.
What did you make of practice this morning then?
I thought it was good.
There we go.
There we are. I thought it was good for some of the riders. Some you can really tell have trouble with the braking area when it's wet weather. Like Miller, he kept like wobbling a lot. I'm actually surprised he got second. So
And
he obviously fixed
Acosta
that.
on top.
No, Acosta was third.
Oh, he was on top of the previous session then.
Hold on. I think...
Do you want me to get... This is the outlap for the storm. Oh, it's raining!
Yeah.
It's raining! It's raining! It started raining!
I thought I saw drips.
Yeah,
I
so
don't remember.
We've got the white flag with the red X. That explains why everybody's vented out onto the circuit, Megan. Yellow flag sector 2.
I could have sworn I felt a piece of rain on me.
Well, this is great news, Megan, because now with this weather coming in, do you know what that means? It's all go for the lap times. If you get a good lap time in now, you are pretty much in for the qualifying session. So this is going to be the run to decide the running order for Q1 and Q2 just as this session begins.
Yellow.
On board with Marco Bezzecchi down towards turn
Now
1.
yellow.
Brief yellow flag in that sector. Martin's in there, so that's why they've got riders lifting off of pace as they try and come down once again. Holding on the advantage, you've got Martin, Miller and Marquez in there. Bagnaya's running through. Two riders again moving side by side at the top of the session.
Acosta.
Still trying to hold on. Yeah, so down. That's it. That's
What's
Brad Binder. It's Brad Binder in the KTM. He's dropped the front coming down in towards turn 7. And that is...
down.
Well, it's the rain. It's starting to rain heavier. We've got flash flood warnings here in Brazil.
The top's come off
So-
of his bike.
So he's coming on the inside line. He's uphill on a damp part of the track. The rain's coming down, and he's just going to drop the entire bike, Megan. And Bezzecchi almost doing the same thing.
He almost got taken out, poor Bezzecchi.
Well, you're not allowed to restart a crashed motorcycle. That's the rule. They forgot it sometime in Thailand, but they've remembered it now. So if you, it's a slip and slide, effectively. You get out there, you do a lap time, you've got a place in qualifying.
Honestly, I am not surprised that he has crashed there, because that is sector 2, and as people will who watched the free practice 1 know, I was talking about sector 2 and how bad sector 2 was, so I'm not surprised.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, instead of 6, that's where he's gone down. Marc Marquez then with a 1:24.804. He's got the Q2 time along with Zarco, Martin, Quartararo, Bagnaia, Razgatlioglu, Mia,
he did
Miller,
well.
Acosta and Alex Marquez. Yeah, top rank this morning, did really well.
I mean, before...
P16 is not bad.
He did end up in 16th, but before he got up to 6th. But a lot of people had a really good, final run around.
A lot of lap times are being cancelled out there now for that yellow flag of Brad Binder's, but they're still selling red sector times. So this is this is a qualifying session, effectively, in the practice hour.
It is. And
by the way, this session should have been an hour 15 minutes, but because of all the delays today, it's been shortened down. They're talking about tomorrow's practice 2 being either 45 minutes or the warm session on Sunday being extended from 10 minutes to 20 minutes. Megan.
Oh, jeez. So, in free practice 1, the KTMs were doing well, but so was Bagnaia and Marquez. But obviously Acosta topped the board. Here's Marquez setting a 1:22.798, and Top Rat going up.
Wow, well done. This is just his second weekend in MotoGP. He's had all those days of testing. Top Rat Razgatlioglu is really impressive. If he can make it through to Q2, then I did say, just wait for him to get used to the bike, then he'll be in it. But this is impressing me. We come to a circuit that nobody else has been to, and now that is the great equaliser, and it's a track he likes, a short, twisty type circuit. Remember Estoril in World Superbikes?
I was saying earlier on about how it's impressive that he went from having world... Oh, that was almost
That was
down
Bagnaia and Zarco running together, yeah. Oh, and Zarco again twitching. Look at the clouds forming in the background.
Yeah,
down at the end of the first sector.
It's going to be, I think, medium rain.
Zarco's gone in too deep, and he's undercut Bagnaia.
Ooh,
That spoils Bagnaia's lap time coming into it as well. Well, this is all go right now, isn't it, as well? Try and take in a correct position.
It's impressive from Toprak that he goes from a World Superbikes bike to a MotoGP bike, and how well he handled the wet conditions.
First time he's actually had wet conditions. They were iffy in Buriram during the test, but this was the first time he's had a track which has got weepers on it. Yeah.
Down there, turn 1, heaviest braking area, there was a line of water.
Just on the inside, yeah, the weepers.
You had to pass through it to get round.
Yeah, this circuit, they could have done with another extra month or so in order to get everything sorted out, as Diego Moreira up into 4th position, 1:22.950. Very good time there from him.
You didn't really see him a lot in free practice. I think he only did 11 laps. I think he wanted to get out of the rain.
But look who's top for MotoGP's wet weather master, the French Grand Prix, Johan Zarco, 1:22.266. He's got the fastest time at the moment. A very good run on sectors, and that's Jack Miller down.
I knew it would happen eventually. I said in FP1.
Yeah, same place as Binder.
I said he'd go down. I said that his luck would run out from him not crashing out in Thailand.
Yeah, it's down at turn 4, the same place as Bagnaia went down. So he comes out of acceleration, he's just dropped it on exit.
And for some reason, I don't know how he's done this, but he managed to hold onto the bike with his legs.
Yeah, he keeps doing that.
It's like, I don't need hands to hold onto this bike. I shall show Acosta how it's truly done.
Yeah, that means so many sector times are going to be deleted in this little run around as well. So
including Martin's.
Yeah, and he was on a fast sector as well. So this is going to help Johan Zarco stay at the top of the board at the moment. Martin is not going to be happy as he goes second fastest now on a 1:22.372.
Maybe they'll allow it. Maybe he was past the point.
Well, the yellow flag's come in, but it's usually an automatic system. The race control no longer have the advantage to do it as... Oh, a little bit of contact there between the two Hondas. Diego Moreira making contact with Luca Marini. Marini should go around the outside. There's the yellow flag cancellation lap times, Megan. The 21, the 73, the 42, 72, 79. So they're all having their lap times deleted. That makes sense, though. It does. Annoyingly, it makes sense. It's a right thing to do as well. It's not going to be that easy a sector time, that easy a lap time. You're going to have to really commit to it.
Oh, I'm 23.
Yeah, well, that also makes sense coming through. Martin's second sector, third sector time now coming up. He's 7/10 of a second advantage. Zarco's only 2, now 7/10. And there goes...
45.
Yeah, well, that's Maverick Vinales' lap time gone then as well.
Oh, has he done something?
Just the yellow flag.
Oh, jeez. Though, good point is, Martin is actually doing an even better next fastest lap. So he's either way improving. For I think he's going to be outmatched by Zarco, who's currently also setting an even faster one. So Martin moves up to the top with a 1:21.566. Marc Marquez moves up to second with a 1:21.863. Then Zarco goes back up to the top with a 1:21.257. Then we have Marini in fourth for a 1:22.088. Toprak with a 1:22.145. Moreira stays in sixth with a 1:22.355. That's Rins moving up into ninth position as well with a 1:22.800. And for some reason, Zarco has taken the penalty route and gone the long way. Please don't tell me his bike's like... Oh! As we say that...
Down goes one of the Hondas. Is that Diego Moreira? Yeah. Down at turn 4. That's the weeper spot.
Yeah, that one's a bad one to go down. I knew Sector 2 was an evil one.
This is not going well, is it?
Because isn't that like round the corner from the beginning of Sector 2?
Yes, it is, yeah.
I knew it was evil.
It's down at turn 4. The fastest turn is turn 3, and then he comes into turn 4, as you can see on the map. He just lost an entry.
You just lose it all. good, like, action move, though, to, like, get up. Just like, what? He's been practicing that. He's definitely been practicing that.
Diego Moreira's always had the advantage to crash stylishly, though. It's sort of his game plan coming into it. It's quite
If
nice.
I'm going to crash, I'm going to look good doing it.
There's his family watching on. Diego Moreira.
Oh, Vinales goes into 6th with a 122.226, and Zarco's had his lap time deleted.
Let's go down to Michael Laverty.
Here all the way to the exit. I've seen the KTM boys light it up just on these damp patches, trying to pull it back to set up turn 5, but so tricky. You can see Mark have a little twitch there just as he accelerates down through turn 5. Martin just had another moment right in front of us. It is crash corner, as Neil called it, but a lovely part of the racetrack. I think it would be beautiful in full dry condition. But the riders, they're building in the power, trying to up that momentum, and the front's just tucking under. So it is something they have to be mindful of. Jack Miller being caught out, Diogo Moreira. There will be more in this session. It is a beautiful part of the racetrack. I love somewhere that builds into this fast left kick through turn 5, down into the hard braking at turn 6. We can see on entry, it's quite flowing, but damp patches all the way through. Not easy to negotiate.
Yeah, thank you very much, Michael. As the session continues on then, and you can tell exactly not how quickly it's getting, Megan, but how dangerous the circuit actually is in parts, because the wind's now picking up as well.
We didn't actually have anyone go down in
No, it was
the
a smooth.
first
I was trying to watch along with you at the same time. It was a smooth first practice session, wasn't it?
It was. We had a few people go off, but they never actually crashed out. I mean, we had some close calls, but they all remained standing.
Top right, Raz Gatlioli, again, 121.836 has just gone to the top of the board. Hang on.
Turns out he likes Brazil.
Oh, it does change that.
Right, so Rins goes into 10th, kicking out Alex Marquez currently. Agura, I didn't see a lot of Agura.
There's the Brazilian, Diego Moreira, on home soil, born in Sao Paulo. 21 years old. Guess his birthday.
I don't know.
23rd of the 4th, 04. Just a few days after mine, but I was 99. I'm a 20th century baby. You, on the other hand, are the 21st century.
He's a year and a week older than me.
That is also true, yeah.
Oh,
What?
it was just a fruit fly.
Oh, okay. Ugh, don't.
I know, you don't like fruit flies.
I don't like anything like that.
You don't like anything that flies.
No, I hate airplanes as well. That's a joke. I don't like. I love airplanes. It gets me
He
to
does.
gets me to trackside destinations more.
He was so happy when he went on the airplane. Oh, and that was close.
I saw that short switch back from Quadrivaro. Even I was watching the time monitor, and then I saw him move around.
I thought he was going to fall off. It was like watching a baby take the first steps.
It's getting wetter out there, isn't it? But slowly.
It's like a jungle when it's damp.
They're all on slicks as well, remember? So if the rain gets heavier, we're about to have a lot more
I'd switch.
moments.
I'd switch now. Quattararo, however, still managed to jump to 12th. Without that mess up there, I reckon he might have done 11th.
Yeah, with you on that front. Still struggling.
There's Mark saying, how am I being beaten by Zarco again in the wet?
Zarco's just got such an easy ride of it all as well. He understands this bike so much more competitively.
Something tells me when he was younger he must have just gone on a bike through the French countryside just in the wet weather.
Selling onions.
Just chucking them at
I
people.
dressed as one today, have you noticed?
Oh yeah!
One of my favourite tops.
I just dressed all in black. I was wearing red before this phone.
How did you change from practice one?
Yeah, because I have a specific outfit I wear to uni. It's my red shirt because that has pockets. But it's also really hard to move in there. Though, weirdly, I never actually take my leather jacket off at uni because it's always freezing in the classroom.
Yeah.
So, no one ever gets to see my outfit. They just see leather. Honestly, it's
Mark
basically
Marquez describing what the track's like in certain areas. Diego Moreira will go out on his second bike. Remember, you're not allowed to restart a crashed motorcycle this year. New rule coming in.
But question is, what do they do with... What do they set it up for? Do they set it up for wet or do they set it up for dry?
The first bike would have been set up for dry, the second bike for rain. As you can see, the marshal at the start-finish point now waving out the flag of the white flag with the red X.
You're gonna. It's basically the wet floor sign for those that don't know
Bang
of
on.
MotoGP.
Yeah, I want to say red X, not FedEx.
No, it's not a package delivering company. So, this is Rins. Rins had an amazing first half of the first session, and then he switched to dry tyres, which I don't know what possessed him when there was still a lot of the track being puddles. I don't know what possessed him or a few others on the track to decide, you know what? We go dries right now. I don't know what got into his engineers and coordinators to think that was a good call.
You find out, will you let me know? Even I don't know what the reason is for that.
Just like, he wasn't the only one as well. There was like 3 others who all switched around the same time, and I just thought, why have you done that? Rins ruined his session with that. And there's Jack Miller heading out onto the track again with his second bike.
Yeah.
Saying, I'm ready for this, please don't crash again.
Still raining, but only spots right now. They can get away with it. They get away with it so often as well. That's the thing with MotoGP riders. You think, oh, they're going to have a massive problem. But no, they find ways around it.
They're fine. Why was Martin doing squats just then?
Who wears short shorts?
He always does that. I don't get why. It's like he's like prepping himself. I generally sometimes think he's just going to jump up in the air and do those jumping jack things.
5, 6, 7, 8. Honestly, I'm with you on that front sometimes.
I want him to do a jumping jack.
What have you got here then?
Seems very concentrated. They're very wobbly. His eyes are trained on that corner.
Focused.
Ooh! He was a bit too focused. He forgot he had a bike to hold on to.
Almost had his other incident.
He was like, sorry about that. I forgot this wasn't the training thing. Oh my goodness.
He is hot.
What, has he been in a sauna?
Well, look at the humidity, 84%.
Jeez.
Air temperature
Someone get him a fan.
Air temperature 22.
Not the ones with the grandstand.
But you look at the track temperature when it flashes up. Ground temperature 29 degrees Celsius. Then shove on all that fireproof.
Someone bathe them all in ice after. Throw ice at them. Do you know what they should have instead of champagne?
Don't say that to Kota.
Just like get a load of ice. Give them ice.
I'll just wait for you to brain to twig why I said don't say that to Kota.
Ice cubes.
Yeah, don't throw ice at them in Kota.
No, that would be bad. Mean. So, generally, I think if I was really warm and there was like a bath of ice cubes, I wouldn't mind it. So, I'm not a fan of like boiling hot weather, but I'm also not a fan of freezing cold weather, even though I can stand it. I'm more of a, give me a 20 degrees to 25 degrees. Like, oh, yellow, that's Morbidelli.
Oh. Has he crashed or has he just gone down on the bike?
He's just stopped.
It's down at turn 4, but that doesn't look like it's a gone down moment, unless he's dropped it on pure acceleration mode.
I think he might. Oh, no, he's just stopped, yeah.
Yeah, he's just had a stop.
His bike was looking funny.
He's waving. He's waving. Hello, yes, hello. I need something. There's a bike problem here. Hello, hello, hello.
Have VR46 got themed bikes this weekend? Like the livery?
No, same livery as always.
Really?
Slightly more Brazilian, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed the green and I thought,
there's a bit
that
more
new?
green. Yeah.
He did that wrong.
Cut the corner on the inside of the pits.
Go back and do it again.
That's a Costa. You having a go at a race winner?
Yes.
Finally, Pedro Costa is a race winner in MotoGP. He had to wait a long time for that.
That means I shout at him doubly.
Just to get it right?
Yes. If you can win a race, you cannot cut the entrance to the pit lane. Then again,
Yeah.
F1. Sometimes they cut through the pit lane.
Can we just say how impressed we are with Top Rock Razgatlioli right now?
Yeah, I don't know how he's acclimatized to the bike so quickly, especially in this weather.
Rain is the great equaliser, and Top Rock's very, very quick.
It's showing that it's like, I may be a rookie to this, but I can still outrace at least 3/4 of the field.
Outrace, outperform, outdrag, do superbly well. I am super duper proud as Fermin Aldeguer moves up into 11th position with a 1:22.257 on the board.
I mean, he's ahead of Bagnaia. Bagnaia is a champion.
Yeah, Bagnaia is looking incredibly well again.
And everyone almost is ahead of Quartararo. We just ignore that. Everyone was ahead of Quartararo in the first session.
Watching Top Rack again, just having a small power, paceful run.
What was that from Martin just then? It looked like he hit a wet patch, but he didn't hit a wet patch.
Well, there's little weepers around the circuit from underneath, and that's what's causing these weird damp lines. This is not going to go all weekend long, so if you get a proper weeper, off you go. I quite like this on the start line.
Yeah. So is that not going to go? Because that is annoying me.
No, it's not going to go.
It's like, it's causing massive problems.
Oh, Top Rack outbrakes himself way off at turn 1 and just avoids the gravel.
That's good. He did that a bit further down earlier on as well.
At turn 4?
Yeah.
Look at that brilliant front. That radiator duct. Massive compared to everybody else's. It's brilliant. And Aprilia really have worked well for the last year of these regulations. You just sort of hope that they keep next year's right. We go down to 850cc and 1000cc bikes.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
They will sound a bit different, and it'll be renewable fuels.
Oh, that's the one benefit.
Won't be as loud as what we have now. This is equivalent of MotoGP's V10 era. Yeah, loud bikes go, slightly quieter.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I know, I'm thinking the same thing. Marc Marquez looking stronger as we ride on board with him. He's P2 on a 1:21.382 that he said last time by.
You see, Mark earlier on, he did good for... Yet again, he was one of the ones who did really good for half a session, and then for some reason, like 3/4 of the way in, he just kind of lost a little bit of pace.
Was the track drying out?
No, not really.
I was going to say if it was drying out, then he could have done a race simulation run. But if you know he just lost pace, then he's just lost pace. As the track got quicker, they dropped back.
I think it was his tyres because he'd done a lot of laps. I think it generally was degradation.
Did he keep those on? For,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah,
because at the start he was like gaining a second every single time he did like.
And then he wasn't
really
towards the end.
Yeah, when he really went for a fast lap, he was gaining like a second on everyone else. But then he just kind of started only doing like 1/10 or 2 there, like mainly 2/10.
Excuse me, yeah, backed off. Yeah.
I think he knew he was pushing his tyres a bit too much and he didn't want to crash.
They also don't want to waste their tyres this weekend. That's another factor.
I really think he didn't want to change the tyres, so he's like, okay, I've got a few good ones in here. I may as well back off.
Let's go down to Nat.
Gino Borsoy, and Gino, we saw the riders go out of pit lane very quickly to make sure they get those laps in on the slick tyres. Jack did that this morning, which was no shock, but was it a surprise to see him go P2? What was his feedback?
Well, the feedback about Jack was not so really good because he saw the front following Marquez was behind Marquez, right? So he just went out of the corner, maybe windy or something like that. Actually, the wind is so strong, it's quite dangerous now, the rain coming much harder than before, and it's a shame because this kind of condition are perfect for Jack Miller. We threw away maybe a good opportunity. What
data did you gain from this morning's session?
Well, the morning session was completely different compared to now. So now we start with slick. Is something that we need to learn. We need to understand how to adapt the bike on this condition on, let's say, in a quite dry surface. So, well, it's step by step. We need all learn, a rider, technician, electronic, have to adapt. So it's not easy, especially now where the conditions are quite critical. It's a big mess for all us.
You say it's a dry-ish track, but we do see those damp patches in places. It's clear that it's not drying completely after a downpour. How much of a concern is that?
For sure, it's not easy for them. It's quite difficult to understand where you have to push, where we can push. where you have to release a bit to make not any mistake. Maybe check and that point, maybe take some more risk because he have a speed to make better. But anyway, it's if he cannot go in Q2 now, we have a chance even more.
Well, at the moment, Jack's just gone up into the top 10, and Toprak is 5th at the moment. That would be a great result for him, wouldn't it, to go straight through to Q2?
It's a really good result. Also this morning, he felt so good on the bike. Everybody start from zero, so they have no advantage compared to Toprak. For sure, you have to learn a lot of tire and bike, but since that the talent is there, we know how big is he. For sure, sooner or later, he will arrive.
Thanks, Gino.
Ciao.
Yeah, Gino's all right there, giving us all the latest information that he possibly can. Cheers to Nat as well down there in the paddock. Neck feels all out of shape today.
Do you need help?
I'm fine. It's just a bit. A long day,
Was it
thanks
how
to
you
this.
slept?
No, it's been a very long day, and it's going to be a longer weekend as well.
Make sure to get a good night's rest.
Oh yeah, that's
a good
possible
breakfast.
because we don't finish until 2:30 a.m. and have to be up at 6.
Make sure that it's a good 3 hours.
Not going to be possible. It's going to be a long weekend and being made longer, which I don't like.
If it helps, Mum has made millionaire shortbread and I plan to make cookies. So if there's going to be fuel.
Oh yeah. Diego Moreira running in 15th position right now. A little bit twitching down. This is his home Grand Prix, as we mentioned earlier on.
I really hope he doesn't crash.
Well, he's already gone down once. That's it. You're allowed one, Diego.
Yeah, and I'm glad it was in practice. Now stop crashing.
Really impressive season opener. Nice catch.
I tried. If it breaks, I'll just get you a new one.
I don't know why it's not
Replacement.
magnetizing. I think it's because of the mic.
Probably. I need to look up why. It was on fine earlier on.
I think it's because of the lip mic. The lip mic is magnets, basically. So I think it's like it's confusing itself.
Oh, so it's wanting to go there.
Yeah.
Don't put the lip mic closer to it.
Diego Moreira, as I was saying, 15th in Thailand qualified. Both races started 15th, ended 13th. Got points though. 3 points on debut.
Promising. So let's hope that trend continues
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah, I've got a new iPad for my notes this weekend instead. Well, last weekend too.
I feel like putting,
Now I've got an Apple Pen.
I feel like putting cushions.
We need to get this floor matted. You're
Yeah.
right, yeah. Get him out. Look at Aldeguer riding injured. Hobbling in,
how-
literally.
What has he done?
Well, he's just got that injury, isn't he, from Thailand?
What did he do in Thailand? It feels like so long ago, so
Crashed.
how badly?
Very. Hobbling in.
You see,
Wasn't there, I don't think, either. Aldeguer wasn't in Thailand, if I'm not mistaken.
wasn't it only 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
It feels like a month ago. Or last season. That is how hectic the last 2 weeks have been.
Let's have a quick look, actually, at the race results. Aldeguer is riding injured. Yeah, Aldeguer wasn't in.
Jeez.
I can't remember who replaced him.
Replaced him where?
Last time out, or if they did have a replacement.
That, Thailand wasn't last time out.
Thailand was literally round 1, Megan.
This is round 2.
Yes. So who replaced Aldeguer last time out?
You said he crashed in Thailand.
He did. In testing.
In testing. Okay. That explains why I knew nothing about this injury. Oh, a little bit of an off there.
By the way, it's raining hard, by the way.
Yeah, that's Quartararo going off of the... Well, onto the escape road penalty bit and going too wide. Well, that explains why I was so confused, because I didn't do the testing.
I mean, we're missing a rider.
No,
I'm really confused.
we got
now.
22.
I'm really confused now, because I can't work out who was in the last round and who isn't now.
Piro.
Yeah, Mikel Piro was in last time out, but he's not now. Maybe that's why it's balanced it out. My brain's gone foggy.
Well, you're matching the circuit.
Yeah, the rain has come in now, big time.
You
So
need one of-
that's it, basically. Oh, look, they're taking the shortcuts back into the pit lane.
Ooh. You need a case with a stand. I know you have a stand, but you need a case
I've
with
got
a
to go.
stand. Right, so halfway through the session, and the rain decides I'm going to ruin everyone's lap times and cause everyone to have issues 70 through. The 73 of Alex Marquez has now exceeded track limits, so his lap time's gone. Rain is getting heavier.
They're not going to risk these bikes for the last half an hour.
Bring him in.
Look, it's
Start the
visibly
wets.
getting worse now. This is what we didn't want to catch tonight, was the rain. And what time is it over there? 4:30. It's going to be 5 o'clock by the time we end.
Jeez. Oh yeah, holding up the hand.
Now that is indicates that they're coming into the pit lane, but also the fact that they want this session red flag. So it's not about really the amount of rain that's the problem, but the problem we've had flash floods here.
Yeah, and also the mist.
Oh, look at that! Actually, saying that, I've just seen the onboard of Marc Marquez. The raindrops that are coming down are
Those
quite
are big.
visible right now.
Those are big raindrops.
It's like somebody squeezes a water bottle and out comes the fountain.
Yeah. Now I will. Is that what I've been craving all this time? Water. Water and ice cream. Not together, just as a drink and then food.
Okay, fine. She's the weird one. She's the weird one.
I'm not going to put water in my ice cream.
I don't know what you're going to do at this point in time.
Eat a cornetto.
And dunk it in the water.
No! I have a... Oh, I got really excited because I bought a load of straws, glass straws, and a straw holder.
I'm going to have to interrupt you for a second, sorry. Well, I'd just like to say hello to everybody listening into the NASCAR Craftsman's Truck Series final practice. Well, the only practice out of qualifying. At the moment, we don't have any TV audio for you. While we try and get you something, me and Megan are currently commentating on the MotoGP practice session in Brazil, where it's currently started raining. So you're going to have to put up with us doing a dual broadcast until we get something started. But Megs, all the riders here have come in, and all the trucks are going out. Yeah, all the trucks are going out there.
Yeah, it's quite a difference. They're all coming in, they're all going out. It reminds me of Not Going Out, which is a British TV show.
Yeah, so apologies that we'll have to cater to 2 viewerships as things currently stand.
But needs must.
Just as, yes, needs must as we have to get ready. But all the riders now come in, so it gives us a time, Megan, to talk about both things.
Yeah, it does. And those raindrops are getting heavier out there. That is not good. I think people need umbrellas. Ponchos are going on.
Yeah, I must admit, that's in Brazil if you listen to the NASCAR series.
A lot of people have yellow ponchos. I'm just pointing that out. Here's Moreira. I still can't say his name properly, and that annoys me.
Diego Moreira.
Moreira. I don't know why I keep doing that. I need to get used to the new name. Yeah, he held up the hand as well, signaling he wanted to go in or end this. Oh, he almost fell. There was a lot of twitching going on directly beforehand.
Yeah, I'm going to be a bit interesting. Apparently there's nothing, so I'm trying to load up the truck audio so that you can have that in the background for the sessions.
Well, people can enjoy talk about MotoGP for a bit.
Yes, I do apologise to everyone listening in. We are trying to fix that issue.
Maybe there's weather interference there as well. I think a lot of the world has a bit of rain right now. Apart from us, we got our rain out of the way the other day.
I'm going to throw down to Nat for an interview with MotoGP.
Looks like a pause in proceedings on the track at the moment as the rain starts to get a little bit heavier. Paolo, it was a great start to the season in Thailand for Aprilia, but we come here, everything's new, everybody's learning something new. How's it going so far? Because at the moment, Marco is out of Q2. Jorge is in the top 10 at the moment.
Yeah, difficult start during this morning, mostly depending on the weather, because it is fully new for everybody. So we simulate everything at home, the new track layout, the gear ratio, but it's necessary to make a lot of kilometers to understand and to fix the bike in its best way. The start of the Jorge was easier for him, to be honest. His feeling was better since the first approach to this racetrack, and we are struggling a bit with Marco. During this morning, he felt not in his best way, with good confidence on the bike, but we are confident with our technician to fix it.
On paper, with the tyre allocation we have here, which is the same as Thailand and Indonesia, and the layout of this circuit, a fast-flowing circuit, should this suit the Aprilia this weekend?
We thought about it, but to be honest, with this weather forecast is something that we can't decide, and we can't say something regarding this, because the track layout is so nice. To be honest, it's a fluent corner, fast corner, but it's necessary to have at least one session in a fully dry situation to understand better the bike and to fix it.
And it's hard to imagine that, because we can see the damp patches hours after the rain downpour, don't we? They're still there. There's still weepers on the circuit, it seems.
Yeah, you are fully right. Also, after 2-3 hours of sun, there are still patches on the ground. There are a few places on some corner where there is still wet patches, and to be honest, we have seen the weather forecast. It seems to be like this also tomorrow and during Sunday. So we have to manage it.
Lots more work to do. Thanks for talking to us, Paolo.
Thanks.
That last. So to everyone now listening on the NASCAR stream, we've opened up the team radios while we wait for the TV audio. And we're back with you live exclusively here from MotoGP. Megan, riders are just in the pits waiting to go because the rain's getting heavier. What are they supposed to do?
Eat a banana.
Right part of the world?
Yeah. I mean, there's
Are
plenty
you
of them.
flexing your local knowledge?
Yes.
There it is. I just realised everyone on MotoGP could also hear the NASCAR radio audio. Yeah. Sorry.
But also not so. You got to listen in. Maybe you should also watch that after this.
Yes, go. It's on JB Motorsports, the main channel. All MotoGP, bar a few races, are on JB Motorsports 2 this year.
Oh, that's
As
getting messy.
JB2 becomes the home of two-wheeled motorsport, plus all the support series.
Woohoo! That's brave going out with an umbrella.
He's saying about, look, see that? That's getting wet from the stuff in the sky.
See in here? This dry.
Pecco Bagnaia just teaching us about the water cycle.
We should get Charles Leclerc in here. He knows a thing or two about water.
Let's add that to the words of wisdom. So Acosta's time this morning was a 1:26.688, yeah?
Yeah. We've definitely improved upon that. Well, while it was dry. Well, dry-ish. None of the sessions have been completely dry.
No, we knew that was coming, didn't we?
Like, we're now at 1:21.257. I mean, that's quite a difference in seconds. So you can see how much they were holding back in the first session.
Miller P2. Bezecchi, Mark, Morbidelli, that was the run this morning. This time it's Zark on top. Zarko. Right, what has February to get done on the side of the circuit?
Almost fell. Just a guess.
Just only a couple of moments around there. It's all go, isn't it?
Tyres are degraded. Right down the middle. There's a lot of wear going on.
50 messages going on.
Yeah, but when it comes to 50 messages, it could just be single word messages.
I've just seen we'll see what's going on right now.
Nor have I. 20 minutes left, or 20 minutes and 44 seconds. 33, 42, 41, 40. I'm not counting anymore.
You want to sync up with us? That's the timings. It's one of these days, isn't it, where you just go, we have not had a smooth one.
No, we haven't. We should definitely have Oreo milkshake tomorrow.
Yes, if we find the time. 12 hours of sleeping tomorrow. Another time I have to finish at 2:30 a.m. and I have to be up at 8 a.m.
Are you going to be okay?
No, I think I might cry.
May as well do that with ice cream. I make good point.
It's going to be one of these weekends where things get harder and harder. And it shouldn't.
Yeah.
It should be a simple weekend. This is Juan Mia.
First of all, why is his suit so flappy about?
I think he's got a wetsuit
Yeah.
instead of a dry one. Now the wetsuit is a little bit looser because then when the rain hits it, it tightens up naturally.
Yeah, I think he's come prepared.
Either that or he's just really lost weight since Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, you know it's serious when the parrots start flocking in.
Oh, they're so pretty. I want a parrot.
Go to keep the windows. Welcome to what we've been doing most of the day
Sitting.
and waiting.
Would you like to sit?
I would like to sit. My calves are hurting. Oh, thank you. We need another chair in here.
We have one. Aww.
What's that one then?
I don't know, but it's cute.
Looks like a cross between a seagull and a... don't know, a seagull and a parrot?
No. We're going to look up... Oh, I've left my phone in my house.
Phone and iPad right on the desk, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4,
They're
5,
busy.
6 monitors.
I'll just
7
guess.
if you count that one if I attach it to my iPad.
That takes too much work,
Have you seen that one working yet with this?
I believe.
Hey, we've got time, hold this.
No, we do not have time. Leave it alone.
It's really fun.
Sit down.
It's really fun though.
I can guess it's really fun.
18 minutes to go. Franco Morbidelli came out, looked up, went back in again.
He's just like, nope.
Hell to the no.
Just say, I'm not going out of this.
Bring me sunshine in your smile.
Where's that lady from Argentina? Was it Argentina?
Mandalika.
I don't know where that is.
Indonesia.
Indonesia. Where's that woman from Indonesia? Get her in here.
Like I said, that was spoke about the other day actually, on Good Network.
Was it?
Yeah.
I love how she's become iconic.
Worked.
It did.
Got the rain out, didn't it?
It went really fast as well.
We're going to be in for this type of weather all weekend.
Yep.
You've got practice and qualifying tomorrow.
Hey.
Looking forward to that?
Honestly, not anymore.
No, I'm not. Sprint the races for me on Sunday.
I feel like I'm going to be passing over to them quite a lot. So I said I was going to do that in free practice one, and I didn't do that as much, especially towards the end. Because I had too much to say.
The Zeki rear tyre was getting a lot of wear. How many laps has he done that? Wasn't that many, was it?
14.
Owls!
But they're softs.
Two owls on the screen.
Oh, they're so adorable.
And there's Diego Moreira.
Bring back the owls.
I don't think that's a TNT screen. That's not a MotoGP screen, I don't think.
Does he know he's being watched?
Well, what's going on here then? Fans in the grandstand wearing the ponchos.
Why doesn't she have a poncho on?
Someone's come as a...
Why doesn't he have a hood on?
let's go down to the pits. Nat.
I mean, it's the same for everybody, isn't it? But the lack of track time on a circuit that is new to everybody is not ideal, is it?
Yeah, it's not the ideal situation, but I mean, we still doing a great job at the moment, at least. I think that in the last minute could be used again the slick tire, maybe. We have to be ready for that, but at the moment I'm really satisfied about the second run of Alex and of course of the comeback of Fermin in a very good shape, more our expectative from this weekend for his comeback, but I'm really proud of that.
Well, yeah, I mean, he targeted Brazil for his comeback, but it's only the third time he's been on a bike since Christmas. That's pretty remarkable what he's doing so far.
Yeah, a white paper for everything, for the track, for the bike, and I think that so he still do a great job, an amazing job. It's still true that we have to see his condition when we have to push hard, especially with the slick tire in the good condition. But I'm really proud of this start.
Thanks, Michaela.
Welcome.
Well, they're firing at the bikes, Megan. That tells me they might be thinking about going out.
We'll probably get the last little bits in. Either that or they're just building up everyone's hopes. And then disappointing them. Well, hopefully. That was so pessimistic.
Yes, it was. I must admit.
I'm tired. I get really pessimistic when I'm tired.
We couldn't tell.
It was a long day at uni. With 31 laps scheduled for the MotoGP race at Brazilian Grand Prix, it's the highest number of laps from the Grand Prix since 2013 US GP held at Laguna Seca, which was 32 laps.
I was covering that race.
Was it long?
Started at 11 o'clock on a Sunday night. Was 45 minutes as usual, but it was some cracking events. I remember it because it was boiling hot, middle of the summer, boiling hot over there in California as well.
Oh, evil.
And 11 o'clock at night in the dining room. It was one of the only. I've only ever commentated on a few races with a T-shirt on. That was one of the races I commentated with. It was a blue T-shirt with the microphone on down to about there. It was great. And then the next day, it was that heat wave. Do you remember? Because then the next day I went to the poppy farm.
No.
On a school trip.
I was only 8 though. So.
Cool information for you here, actually.
Oh wait, was that where you got really warm?
That's where 3 students collapsed due to heat exhaustion.
Yes, I do remember this.
And I had a go at Tuffers.
Yeah.
And me and him fell out. Because I said we should be allowed to remove tyres and blades because it's so hot and we've got no water.
But you had friends again.
Well, it all blew up the next day actually as well, and we had a bit of a row with each other. And then we both felt really guilty and found each other after it had ended at lunchtime and apologised to each other. And I think I was glad that happened. That's me and a teacher, remember? And I was glad that happened because there was a mutual respect between us two then, and it helped bond our relationship because as a student and teacher, there was the emphasis that I was always going to fight for my corner, and he was going to fight his corner. But we both also knew that we weren't going to go too far. And from that day, we worked together great as a team. He knew I could be dependable.
I think he even knew I could be dependable just because I was late to you. Because
yeah.
I was going inside quickly, I remember once, because I think I had to go get something from the art room. Yeah. And we weren't allowed inside during lunch. And he said, "Oh, it's you. I know you'll be good in here." I was like, okay. I like Tuffers.
The power.
That's the one element I miss from secondary.
It was just the respect that you could get. Because respect.
You got respect from them if you respected them.
That's the thing. Respect goes both ways.
Yeah.
That's
what you gave them, and that's what I gave.
I know you could be watching Tuffers as long as I miss you.
I miss you too.
Last time I saw Tuffers was actually at a friend of mine's funeral. And he said to me as well, "I'm sick of these." I said, "I'm the same."
Last time I saw him, it was...
Actually, no, that's a lie. I saw him at Aldi. Yeah, around the corner from us.
I saw him when I was at college, and I think it was like 2022.
Oh yeah, I gave him and Angie a full tour, frankly. Honestly, it's just fantastic having them back. Just having a look around right now. Got a few riders venturing out. Just the one, Marco Bezzecchi, is circulating.
He's the sacrifice chosen by the rest of
the championship winner from last time out, but not the championship leader though.
Isn't that Acosta?
Yeah.
Acosta's done well.
Strange enough, I can't find the World Championship standings. They're not seeming to be.
Do you want me to look for them?
No, because I had the race results and they just disappeared. It's like things are getting deleted.
Edited throughout the waiting game, and it's. I'll hold that. Though that rain is still coming down out there. I'd say it's raceable, but it's not to the full potential it could be. I just heard we have to red flag this.
Expecting end of the rainy season.
I mean, just look how sketchy that is.
I mean,
this patch
Still
is
raceable.
everywhere.
Right, I've got a question.
Could be worse.
Would you be out there if this was, I was going to say Assen, but you know in Assen it'd be dry in 5 minutes. So would you
This
be
is a
out there
brand new
any track like
circuit.
Jerez, where you know the track like the back of your
I
hand?
won't be out there. If it's
No,
brand
you
new.
wouldn't.
No,
Would
you
you?
wouldn't know. Well, you'd know that now as well. You can't.
Just because of the
there has
surface
been a little
not
bit of
being slick enough.
I'm just saying they
And,
only
like, got enough
laid
build-up.
the surface and cleaned it up a few weeks ago.
We had this happen once before,
Korea,
didn't
Formula
we?
One. Oh, yeah. Where were we? Argentina. They took a while for this circuit to use, right? But
Yeah.
where was it recently? For
Ah.
MotoGP. We had
Was it
on-
Singapore?
Not for MotoGP. We had in Formula 1 in Singapore in 2023
Yeah.
where the surface, it just couldn't drain the water quicker. The circuit does drain though, that's
It
the
was
thing.
2 years ago for this one.
Was it really Mandalika?
Yeah, I think it might have.
Yeah, it was Mandalika, wasn't it? They just laid the surface and it was too...
Yeah, and then it.
Oh, Japan! They resurfaced Motegi
Yes!
and it rained and we had to cancel the race because it
Yes.
was... Yes, that was it. It was Motegi, yeah. Because we woke up and we did Moto 3, Moto 2.
And we was like, oh, we can't do this one now.
Yeah, was that 23?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
about
because
2-3
24,
years ago.
I was 24. I was in thingy. 25, we did it. It was fine. So yeah, 2023. So that was a couple of years ago. Yeah. Yeah.
We've had a lot of that happen. You think they'd learn?
Austria. Look at Austria. 2016 in Austria. Well, that's 10 years ago now. But we were waiting around for 3 hours for the track to dry.
Whenever you went.
Disrupted the entire day. That was the middle of August, of course. When it was supposed to be. Can you hear the birds cheeping in the background?
Yeah, that's so adorable. I want one. It makes me miss Nana's birth.
Magic.
I used to just like watching Magic.
I don't get. You can probably hear Neil Hodge in the background. I don't get why he's walking around now, do you?
No, I don't. I think he just wants to get a bit of practice in, to be honest, for races like this. I think Bezecchi is a man with
Oh, and
plans,
he's off.
and that plan is not going to plan.
Marc Marquez is watching him like a hawk right now, isn't he?
He's looking for the wet points.
He's also thinking, okay, so if we can do this here, what part do I have to be careful at? What point do I get? Look, Bezecchi's going to come in now.
Yeah. It's like, nope, not going out of this again. Yeah, there we go.
See this part here where all that red mud's coming off the surface?
Yeah.
Yesterday, that entire part of the track was flooded. Literally about knee-high full of water. And it drained and couldn't. And then
No wonder it looks
yeah,
so
muddy.
messy and
yeah.
muddy.
And then everybody said, oh, no, it's AI. It's AI. It's fake. It's AI.
Not everything is AI.
It's not. It wasn't AI. It was the local PR media thing that was putting out fake Twitter accounts going, oh, yeah, that's just AI. It wasn't AI. It was real.
I swear, everyone nowadays, when they see something they can't slightly explain, they're just like, oh, it's AI. Not everything is AI.
Yeah, it's getting annoying, isn't it? Also,
The world is just weird sometimes.
Also, everyone's saying now about AI. AI's been around for about 30 years.
Yeah, it isn't anything new. How do you think some movies are made?
Yeah, and also, I just like to point out, AI's been around for ages. Does anyone remember Clippy?
No.
The paperclip? Microsoft's paperclip?
Yeah.
That was in AI.
That's weird.
Let's go down to the team boss down at Trackhouse.
How much more action we're going to see in this session, but Iagora in that top 10, roll down towards the bottom at the moment. What are the stories for your riders so far today?
Yeah, of course, it's a difficult day, and you need also a little bit of luck. And so he went out, and it took a little bit of time to get used to the tire, and then he was able to make one good lap, which for the moment we are in the top 10. Raul struggled a lot on putting the tire into temperature. I mean, a little bit of everybody, but I think probably more than anybody else. And so he was never able to really push because never get the tire at the right range of working. So yeah, of course we wanted to continue to work, but then half a session is becoming wet. And yeah, I think we have to probably delay everything. Now it's a few minutes to go. I don't think Marco Bezzecchi just tried desperately to see if improvement. Probably he showed that it's not possible, and so let's see. With Raul, we have to try again tomorrow. But of course, the day as it was today, with the rain this morning, the rain afternoon, we have really few information to make the setting. So let's see. It's the same for everybody, but you need also a good simulation, calculation, luck, everything, a little bit of everything.
Well, with the weather forecast as it is, and with the track conditions as they are, we've still seen those damp patches this afternoon. What scenarios have to be discussed for this weekend? Could there be a change in schedule that has to be considered?
I don't know. We didn't been approached yet about this matter. The track is, I mean, the riders likes the track, the layout, so it looks like it's very good, it's enjoyable and everything. We have to see. I don't know if it's like this. I mean, normally in this condition you start the race and then you try to make the tire choice. Unless maybe the situation become, I don't know, the track get a lot of water or becoming dangerous. Otherwise, if it's, let's say, a normal wet situation, we have to try to manage. But I don't know, maybe let's see how it's going tomorrow, and we will discuss maybe for the future, for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you, Davide.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks, David.
I love the way you say situation. Oh, more of the birds. And a cow alarm. That started for birds. I swear I recognise those birds. Not personally, obviously, but as a species.
You like that?
Yeah, I coughed on my own breath. Do you know when that happens? Do you know when you fail to understand how to breathe? Yeah. Do you know what also I forget to do?
We're not going to see. What a boring session. Go on.
Yeah, no. I also forget sometimes. I'll be eating something and I'm just like, wait, how do I swallow things again? I generally do that. I don't know why I forget. I'm just like, how do I do that? And then I almost choke.
Oh, that's pretty much standard for Megan, isn't it?
And then I remember 2 seconds later, it's like, oh, it's that. I don't know why. I never do this. Oh, there's a car alarm again.
It's the pit lane sensor. Someone keeps standing near it.
Tell them to stay away from it. It's startling the birds.
Yeah. Weird.
3 minutes left of
It's on
this session.
Fox Sports 2, that's why.
3 minutes left of the session, and it looks like Mark wants to go out there. I don't know what he thinks he's going to do out there. Either that, or he's just come up with a really good way to get to his car. And that's just being his uniform. With suit and helmet. Gloves. Not a bad idea. Who the hell has their window open? Who, in cold, wet weather, decides, you know what, this building needs a window fully open? Who thought that was a good idea? That better not be a canteen or something.
Have you met them?
I'm concerned. So Mark looks like he's going out there. And his team look like they're trying to convince him, please don't go out there. They're revving up someone's bike, and I think it's his.
Surprised, actually, they're going to have to go out there.
Out of everyone, they put the man who's got the highest injury risk.
Yeah, not great.
It's like, oh, you know how you only just recovered after you've only just recovered? Well, do you want to risk injury again so then you can go recover more?
You push it all together now.
That chain looks loose. Can someone sell Bezzecchi? He's going out again.
Oh, we wait to see what's going to happen next.
What are they going to do in 1 minute? Nothing, because they've gone out way too late, because now they're going to do a warm-up lap. Which makes me believe that they just want to do practice starts.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got our top 10. It is going to be Zarco, Mark Marquez, Razgatlioglu, Martin, Acosta, Alex Marquez, Quadraro, Aldeguer, Bagnaia, and Aguirre, the top 10 going through.
I'm proud of Toprak.
I'm proud of Toprak. A P3. Well done, Toprak Razgatlioglu.
That's amazing from him.
I am mega, 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 mega proud.
Also, I don't know how these practice starts are going to go, because when I was watching the practice starts earlier, they were not good. They were slipping around everywhere. It was concerning. I'm pretty sure someone almost fell off. I'm pretty sure that was either Bagnaia or Bsky as well.
Toprak Razgatlioglu.
That's a lot to write.
I've also never had to write his name before. Love my new iPad, by the way.
Good. It's your favourite toy now?
Yep.
Right, checker flag has flown, and now everyone can just do the practice starts they actually came out here to do. And the wet patches on the track are getting heavier. Though not as heavy as I would have expected by this point of how much rain they've had. It's a slow but debilitating rain. That camera, this area here, I can't see where they are on the track.
Just out of interest, is that the first time that Bagnaia's made it through to the next part of qualifying for a while?
Yeah.
So he's straight into Q2.
Yeah. We should be
Hi,
proud
Joshua
of him
Smith.
as well.
Hello, Joshua Smith. Let's see.
We should be proud of him too, because this is the first time he's actually had that happiness again. That feeling.
I don't want everybody who's a Toprak fan to go, oh, Toprak's going to win the Grand Prix.
He's not, he's a rookie.
Just be impressed that he's P3. That is a seriously good job. At circuits like this, where we come to for the first time, this is where he's going to be right up there. And once we hit the European tracks that he's been to on World Superbikes,
he'll be up there again.
Yeah, show away.
Because he'll be used to them.
Jerez, for instance. Which is now the next race, because Qatar's been, well, postponed to the end of the year.
It'll be cancelled.
Yeah.
Yellow
flag.
That better just be because someone's gone wide.
I think it's the practice start zones.
Yeah. It better be.
Yeah.
Because I'm not having someone else crash here.
I think it's just a yellow for the Sector 3 because it's the practice start zone.
They haven't flicked towards them, so let's hope it's that.
Well, that's the end of a rather uneventful practice session, I'm afraid. We'll be back with all the action tomorrow, though. Megan's got practice 2 and qualifying. I'll be back for the sprints. Look at that for Toprak Razgatlioglu. First time straight into Q2. In other news, Bagnaia through to Q2.
That's shocking. Though also not, because he did well in free practice 1.
Yeah, but, you know...
Him recently, that is a shock.
It's just about who's got the fastest bike in the conditions.
Right now it's that.
Well, the track was dry to begin with. It rained, and then just no one else went out with half an hour to go.
Any track that's raining is basically, I feel, just gifted to Zarco. Just like, okay, we've already decided for winner.
French Grand Prix. Got the win. Had the advantage. Wanted to do it. Mark comes in.
I think in the next rain Grand Prix, though, he crashed out.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. Part of me thinks that was Germany.
Yeah. Yes, he crashed out in Germany.
Because weren't we only left with 10 bikes?
Yeah, everyone's got a point on the day.
There's
the flag-to-flag practice, that could be.
I was so sad when Salvadori went out.
I know. I was too.
He was so close.
He did get a point there later on in the season, so that was alright.
Yeah, that made me feel a little bit better, but at the time I was like, his points.
So, Megs, they come in. What have you made of today's action? You've seen both sessions. It's a tricky circuit for them to learn in the wet conditions.
I think this circuit... It was the wrong time of year to come in.
They needed more time to get the facilities ready, and they needed more time to get out the rainy season.
Yeah. Because this could have been done well in, I think, June.
Yeah. Or maybe the end of the year after, when we go to the flyaways then.
Just before the rainy season.
Yeah. Doesn't make sense, does it? This is the time of year that we used to have it for Formula 1.
It's raining.
Early in March, April time. And 2003, anyone? 2001?
There's a reason it doesn't happen in March anymore.
It still rains so more further down the line because they've just put it at the start of the rainy season instead of the end of the rainy season.
Either way, you get rain.
The UK doesn't have a rainy season.
No, we just have a season.
It's just rain.
Yeah.
Sometimes
we just accept
it's
it.
nice.
Yeah. Like last week, we had a really nice sunny day.
Yeah. Didn't
Then
last.
it rained.
Didn't last. Yeah. Then it's sort of, okay,
2
there we go.
days. High winds. Basically, if you grow up in England, you don't use an umbrella because
Wow, they went
we're
off quick.
pointless.
They went off really quick, didn't they?
They didn't want to stay.
They've really gone over their time limit. Okay, Megs, what's your thoughts on it today?
A lot of rain, a lot of concerns, a lot of hatred towards Sector 2.
Yeah. Well, good luck tomorrow in practice and qualifying. I'll be back with you for the sprint. Right, it's Zarco, Marquez, Razgatlione, Martin, Acosta, Alex Marquez, Quartararo, Aldeguer, Bagnaia, and Ayagua, who go through automatically into the the second part of qualifying. How do we go through Q1? Marini, Miller, Rins, Vinales, Moreira, Mia, Binder, Morbidelli, D'Antonio, Bezzecchi, Ralph Fernandez, and Enea Bastianini. Thanks to you, Megan. Thanks to all of you at home. We are back in Brazil, and it has been a crazy, delayed, rain-affected day. Join us tomorrow for all the action from qualifying and the sprint. Bye-bye.